Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Moonflower Tarot. Before I begin, I just want to remind you that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, let's begin. So the purpose of this video or tarot reading is to give a general tarot message to anyone with Sagittarius in either their sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, or anywhere else in their astrological chart. Before I start, I just want to state a very quick disclaimer that these tarot videos and these readings aren't going to resonate with everyone because it is such a general reading. However, my advice is for you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. So what do we have for my fiery, fun Sagittarius? Oh, one just like flew. Okay. So what do we have for Sagittarius? Okay, so here we have the Hermit, we have the Page of Cups, and then we have the Magician. So what I'm seeing from this is I'm seeing a recent change of events where maybe you had to learn to become a bit more independent. You had to sort of go off on your own or go your separate way for some reason with the Hermit. Hermit is also the card of Virgo, so you may have Virgo, like a strong Virgo placement, either in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars, or anywhere else in your astro chart. But I am seeing that you're in a very independent state of mind right now, where you feel very lost in thought, like you're wondering about your path, like what do I do to more closely align with my path on like a spiritual level. And you're in a state of, I think, deep analysis, maybe just or having like an existential crisis where you are wondering what is your mission in life. Like you're kind of, I think, maybe wondering about that because like I said, you have had to go off on your own recently, and you've had to sort of make your own path recently. And I'm getting that you might be a bit troubled by this, just a little bit. And then here I'm seeing the Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, I'm seeing that there's a message coming your way very soon, likely within the 9 months, maybe even 9 weeks to 9 months, where this thing that you're worrying about is going to be answered. Like the solution will be provided to you by way of a message, either phone call, email, social media message, or something. But I am getting possibly a phone call. This could even be a letter as well. But you're going to be getting a message about whatever you're wondering about right now, about something to do with your life path as a whole. And this will clear up a lot of the questions that you have. And then here we have the Magician. So with the Magician, I am seeing here that ultimately you are headed towards a path of alchemizing your spiritual path that you desire. So whatever you're wondering about right now, your path, trying to figure out your spiritual path, like where you should be headed, like I said, that will be answered soon via some kind of message, and you will know how to pave that path in a way that you will get what you desire. Because with the Magician, this card is a card of manifestation. It's about getting your deepest desires, wish fulfillment. It's about, in the end, getting what you want through manifestation, through planning, through strategizing, and then almost like turning what you have into gold, basically, and you will be successful in that. So that's great, Sagittarius. And I'm seeing that normally, Sagittarius, you're really extroverted, you're really confident, you're very fun, and you're, you know, normally very upbeat. Lately, you've been kind of pensive, thinking a lot, in a state of, once again, analyzing your life path. And I'm also getting that some of you guys are needing comfort right now, like you're feeling a little out of sorts, you're needing some form of, you know, like some time to just replenish yourself, like emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm also seeing that some of you guys are really into tea, like tea and, you know, beverages, like warm beverages. Maybe some of you are into cocktails. But yeah, I'm also seeing maybe some plans to travel. I don't know if that might have been curtailed or canceled, but something about travel here is also somehow involved in the future within the next year or annual cycle. I'm getting. Okay, so let's see what else we have for Sagittarius. So we have the Six of Cups. We have the Devil. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Six of Cups, the Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so with this, I'm getting that you're going to be reunited with an old friend, or maybe an old idea, or like something that you used to be passionate about, even that you kind of lost your passion for, but that passion or spark is coming back. This could be an old flame, an old friend, or even just an old sense of yourself. Like maybe you're connecting with your inner child again, like you're picking up things or doing things that once made you smile, made you really feel like I'm doing what I love, like that kind of thing. And for some reason, I'm also getting with this card that you might have in the past, like maybe your first love, you would meet in front of some steps or like a garden or something. Like that might have been like your secret meeting spot or something like that. Interesting. Okay, so some of you guys, not all of you, but for some of you Sagittarii, you may be reuniting with your first love, or maybe just bonding with them as a friend, you know, just for old time's sake. Like you may meet up with them for like coffee or something like that. You know, just for nostalgia's sake. Maybe more. For some of you guys, you might be reuniting with an old love or your first love or an old flame that makes you feel young again, and maybe that might turn into more for some of you guys. And I am also seeing another thing is some kind of dynamic that you're in right now that might be a little bit either related to addiction, codependency, or some kind of dynamic where you feel kind of trapped with someone or something. You're going to be free of that within the next annual cycle, or you're taking steps. I think you're taking steps to be free of whatever this destructive thing is. Some of you guys might be, this could be even like an addiction, as simple as an addiction to unhealthy food. Maybe you're in a relationship or in like an on and off relationship where you're like, this isn't good for me, it's not healthy. But whatever is in your life right now that you feel is not healthy, emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually, I'm seeing you're taking steps to be free of that in the future. You're taking steps to turn the wheel, to crank the wheel in your favor, to move forward. And ultimately, once again, I'm getting travel in your future, or you're planning on doing it after, you know, it's safe to do so. Some of you guys might have clicked on this video after COVID, but right now COVID is still going on, so I see travel in your future, however, and exploring all the different things that you wanted to explore, whether it be traveling, like reading up, studying, knowledge, exploring hobbies that you used to do when you were younger that you kind of pushed aside, like you're going to be going back to that. And for some reason I'm seeing like meeting up with like old school friends or old colleagues or old, your old love, like old friends, and meeting up over like coffee and chatting, like even virtually. This could all be virtual for some of you given the times right now of a pandemic. You could ignore if this is the future and it's no longer a pandemic. What else do we have? So we have justice, okay. We have, actually let me put this down here. So we've got justice, and then we have 4 of chalices, 4 of cups, and then we have 8 of pentacles, so 8 of coins. Okay, so specifically on matters of love, I'm seeing that you're weighing out your options. Like I said, Sagittarius, you've been in like this really pensive, thinky sort of state that's a little bit unlike your usual self, where you are definitely thinking a lot about things. You're wondering about, like I said earlier, your path in life, like your spiritual calling, like your true calling. And I think that's sort of bleeding into your relationships or coinciding with you reevaluating your relationships, not just in love, but I think maybe with the people around you. And I'm also getting for some of you, not all of you, just a small amount of you are thinking about your partner, possibly some kind of third-party situation. Like maybe there might have been like a past infidelity, or like an indiscretion on their part, or maybe it was even on your part, or you might have had like an emotional affair with someone else or something like that. Like there was some third-party situation either on their end or your end, like you or your partner, something to do with stepping out or something, or maybe you or your partner, one or both of you were kind of stressed, your romantic partner, and maybe one of you guys sought comfort from a third party and that got in the way of your relationship or something, and so you're kind of reevaluating that and thinking like, can I deal with this? Or if it's not that, I mean, she's holding the sword, and for some reason the sword with the serpent wraparound reminds me of betrayal. So I'm getting some of you guys are reevaluating a situation concerning love or your lover or your partner and feeling betrayed by them, or maybe you are the one who betrayed them, or something around betrayal. That's the ultimate sort of feeling here, where you're really kind of like weighing out your thoughts about it. Like, what am I really feeling? Like, how do I really feel about this? What do I ultimately need from this situation? And what should I do moving forward? And what is it that I need to ask for moving forward as well? And I'm seeing that the ball is in your court for the most part, Sagittarius. The ball is in your court. That's kind of what I'm getting. And then with the 4 of chalices, I am seeing that, like I said earlier, with the old friend maybe, or the old first love, or like an ex, maybe re-entering and offering you a cup. Or you may have some, like the cup may even be an opportunity to reconnect with an old friend or an old hobby, or maybe even an old job that you left behind, or like an old something that you left behind. Well, you're gonna get something offered to you. You're going to get a cup offered to you in that realm, and that'll give you an opportunity to move forward. I think you'll regain your fire. You know, if you kind of feel like you've lost your fire, you've lost your flame recently, well, you're gonna be getting that flame back, and through an opportunity that kind of feels like, I don't know about this, or this doesn't seem like it's that great, or this seems like a boring sort of offer from either a person, or maybe considering you're in the realm of your career or love, either. Or you may feel like, oh, I don't know about this, it seems like not that great. But, you know, give it a try. That's kind of what I'm getting. Give it a try, even if it doesn't look that glamorous, or, you know, this person doesn't really seem like, oh, they're not your type. I am seeing, you know, to be open-minded about things and accept the cup, and you don't have to hold on to the cup forever. You can take a sip from the cup, and then you can give the cup back if it's not for you. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting, whether this is a love offer or a job offer or something, some kind of offer in some form. With the Eight of Pentacles, I am seeing here that you will, in the future, within the next 8 weeks to 8 months, which is the same time frame that I mentioned earlier, either 8 to 9 weeks or 8 to 9 months. This is going to vary because it is such a general reading, but between those time frames, I am seeing that you'll have an opportunity to really excel in your career or job area, like, or even a creative pursuit or passion project. And I'm imagining you, once again, meeting up for coffee or tea with an old friend, or maybe someone that makes you feel replenished. And I think this is going to be bigger than just a cup of coffee or tea. This is going to be like almost like a hallmark for you, after maybe an achievement, after something big in your life, something that is really significant. And for some reason, I'm envisioning when you meet up with whoever this person or people are for tea or coffee in the future, it's really going to be in a state of contentment, like after you've manifested what you desire, like with the Magician card. And once again, for some of you, this is 8 to 9 weeks. For others of you, it's 8 to 9 months. But whatever you're dreaming about, manifesting, passionate about, whatever stokes your fire, whatever helps you burn your fire stronger than ever, you will be manifesting that, and you will be in a state of contentment in the next, like I said, 8 to 9 weeks or 8 to 9 months. So what else do we have? So here we have release, voice, and abundance. So I am getting here that there's a need to let go of something that you know is no longer it for you. It's something that you feel like its phase or its time has passed, almost like a withered flower or like fruit that has lost its freshness, or something that has wilted, something that's no longer serving you. You know, like, you know, that phrase goes, there's a time and a season sometimes, whether it's with people, a job, a phase in your life, a lifestyle of some kind. I'm seeing a major need to release something, and I think you'll intuitively know what it is. But a part of, like an image, a part of this situation, I'm getting this vision that it has to do with something involving paperwork. Something involving some paperwork that might be quite serious, or like official documentation type paperwork. Yeah, so for some of you, it's going to be divorce. For others of you, it's going to be something involving paperwork. Either maybe selling a house, selling something, or just something, like you're releasing something from your life. Like I said, this could really be anything, but it's something most likely involving some official paperwork. And then with the voice card in the middle with the wolf, some of you guys might have some significant Native American or Norse ancestry. That's what I honestly feel when I see the wolf card for some reason, or some kind of ancestry that is very ancient, you know, like an ancient spiritual sort of ancestry. But with the voice card, I'm getting that you have an opportunity. You either have an opportunity, or now is the time to start using your voice to shed light on something that you are passionate about. I'm getting social justice. I'm getting something that you needed to speak up about, something that you feel like you need to release from inside you through your voice, through your words, and maybe even through the written word. So even if it's not verbal communication, it could be you need to release not just, you know, what I mentioned earlier, like releasing something like material, or even like a relationship or person, people, or lifestyle from your life, but you also need to release something through your voice by speaking up, speaking your truth, speaking about something that you feel like has been bothering you for a long time. And by releasing that through your voice, verbally or through written word, you are going to align more with your spiritual or soul path. That's what I'm getting. And this will also somehow align with abundance. So with the third card on the top, abundance with the pomegranate, I'm getting that you will be more closely aligned with your soul path as a Sagittarius, not only as a Sagittarius, but really being anchored to your heart's mission in a way that also brings you abundance. It brings you money, it brings you wealth, and it brings you opportunities. And abundance isn't always about material abundance. This could be, you know, abundance through bonding emotionally, opportunities for access to gain an abundance in knowledge, in just abundance in general. And for some of you, I see pregnancy in the future. Abundance could also be linked to that. The pomegranate ultimately represents abundance in all forms, and especially spiritually abundant. So like I said, you're going to be feeling really aligned in your soul path, your heart mission, and getting that for some of you, you're very passionate about activism, really speaking your voice. Some of you guys are social justice warriors. And I am ultimately seeing a shift from like an old way of thinking where you felt, or an old lifestyle or old phase in your life where you felt repressed and like you had to like hide your voice, or hide your true thoughts, or hide your true passions, or suppress your true path that makes you feel alive, that really helps that inner fire burn strong and in a wild way, which is the Sagittarian way. Well, you're going to be able to release something in your life to become way more in tune with that in a way that brings you abundance in multiple ways. And I'm seeing luck is definitely on your side. Whatever new path you decide to pursue, or whatever thing that you are becoming passionate about again, which aligns with your soul path, I'm seeing a great amount of luck with this. So if your intuition, or your heart, especially your heart, is calling you to let go of something and start something new, or do something new, or embark on something new that more closely aligns with your inner path or inner passions, it's saying go for it wholeheartedly. And I don't know if you guys are all into this, but I actually pulled a charm for you guys from my charm bowl, and we got the charm warrior. So like I said earlier, I'm seeing some of you guys are social justice warriors, or you're feeling really passionate about what things are going on, the things that are going on in the world. For some of you guys, you work in the sciences, you work, for some of you guys, you might be influencers where you have a voice, like a really significant voice online, where when you speak, a lot of people are going to listen to you. And like I said, a lot of you guys are social justice warriors, or really into activism, or passionate about justice. Especially, we got the justice card earlier, and some of you guys, like I said, might have different placements in your astrological chart, but I am also seeing Libra with the justice card. I forgot to mention that earlier. Either Libra or Aquarius, or maybe even Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus in your astrological chart. So yeah, so that's been your reading. It sounds really passionate, really positive, and like luck is on your side, whatever you decide to pursue, Sagittarius. So that's great. So like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you, Sagittarius. And I just want to remind you again that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So I hope this was helpful and insightful, and at least entertaining. So with that, I'll let you go, Sagittarius. Love and light.